Hey, my name is Nicole and this is Own Your Moment Co. And today we're diving into the topic of how to provide a professional drop-off photo booth experience. Drop-off photo booths are one of the best ways to scale your business without needing to hire dozens of employees. This business model is really great for busy families, single parents, and really anybody that wants to grow their business without having to be present at every event. I decided to explore the idea of drop-off booths in my business early on in this year. One of my greatest hesitations when starting to offer drop-off booths in my business was not being able to provide that exceptional experience that my clients had been accustomed to. Experience is everything in this business, and I didn't want anyone to think less of my drop-off booth because it was unattended and didn't have props. So I took it back to the drawing board and really thought through what experience I wanted to provide my clients. And I landed on a few things that I want to share with you today. I found that the excellent experience that I'd been providing my clients started at the very, very beginning. The initial inquiry email. Communication is key in establishing professionalism and providing excellent customer service. For that reason, this is step number one in providing a professional drop-off photo booth experience. Communication sets the tone for your client and can really make or break the whole experience. If you're taking days to reply to an inquiry email or respond in a way that makes the client feel unvalued, those are surefire ways to set yourself up for failure. Instead, make sure that you're responding to your clients as quickly as possible. I recommend within the hour. And if you can't do that, because I understand that a lot of you guys are doing this part-time alongside your full-time jobs, then I definitely recommend within the first 24 hours at least. Excellent communication builds trust, and trust is essential in providing an excellent client experience with your company. Now, I want to be clear, just responding quickly isn't enough. If you want to come across as professional, you also have to respond in a professional manner. This begins with the contact form, which should be gathering information like what kind of events, where it will be, and maybe even what their budget is. When you receive that information, make sure that you're ready to respond. You can have this ready as a template, like the ones available in my shop. Or you can draft an individualized email each time. Greet professionally, give your pitch and next steps, and close the email professionally. And closing the email professionally can look like an email signature with maybe your photo and a contact information. I personally use Honeybook for my CRM, and that has incredible templates that allow you to customize your email signature. I'll link my Honeybook tutorials in the description below, so you can check that out also. Another really important side note, please make sure to check your grammar and spelling. It is very important in making sure you're presenting yourself professionally. There's really nothing worse than an email full of grammatical errors, and sometimes people can't even get past that. It's a huge pet peeve for many people. So just make sure you're doubling through, looking through, reading through your email, and making sure it sounds that the tone is right and that it looks professional and there's no spelling errors. You can use apps like Grammarly or even ChatGPT to have a run through your email and whatever you've written to make sure that it comes across as professional. Lastly, communicating professionally means that you're also following up with your client and providing them with clear and concise information and details about the event. This can look like an email sent 30 days prior, the week of, etc. If you're unsure what that should look like, I have an email template that addresses what questions to ask and what information to give. So check that out in the link in the description. Okay, so we've established the importance of communication and presenting yourself as a professional. Now let's dive into the second step, which is the creative assets. Presenting professionally designed visuals for your clients is so incredibly valuable and should not be overlooked. The creative assets are going to be what each guest takes home, either digitally or on print, and shared on social media. So it's crucial that you do your research or even hire out someone to help you design assets that your client will love. Poorly designed assets can reflect badly on your professionalism as a business, and that's definitely what we want to avoid here. Thankfully, there are a lot of softwares out there like the Salsa that have a huge selection of beautifully designed assets that are easy to edit with names and dates. which can definitely set you up for success. But if you're wanting to design your own or maybe incorporate logos of your clients or specific graphics, make sure you give yourself plenty of time and practice so you can bring your client the best options for their event. Also with this, make sure you are double checking everything. Having the wrong date, misspelled names is one of the worst things you could do. So please make sure you're double checking everything, you're testing everything so that when you arrive to your event, everything is beautifully designed and professionally presented. With drop-off booths, you're not going to be present to set the tone for the event or even assist the guests in knowing how to use the booth. So one trick that I started to incorporate in my tap to start screens is giving very simple but clear directions on what to do and how to use the booth. In thinking through the client's eyes, I don't want their experience with my photo booth to be difficult or intimidating in any way. One of the ways that I found to reduce that difficulty is by putting the words tap to start and pose for 3 photos on the screen. With my drop-offs, I only allow for photos and I don't give them the option of filters. So when my clients get in front of the booth, they tap the screen, and as soon as they do, a countdown starts to take their photos. With this little change to the tap to start screen image, I've given clear instructions and helped set the expectation for them so that they can have the best experience. Another way that I communicate and provide that extra effort for a professional experience is by providing signage. This is a very simple letter-sized sign that I place right behind the booth. This signage includes instructions on how to use the booth, expectations on what the experience will be like, and when they will get their images. I also try to incorporate logos or elements of the design to further tie in the whole experience. The last thing I'll share with you is just a little tip. Make sure that you're utilizing guided access on your iPad. This prevents any mishaps with the iPad and prevents anyone from exiting the event. Again, just furthering the professionalism of the experience as a whole. The last thing you want is your client or a kid at the event exiting out of the app, exiting out of the event, and playing on the internet or on the iPad's features or messing with anything on the iPad. So just trust me, enable guided access at all costs, especially for drop-off booths. All in all, the 3 tips that I have for you to provide a professional drop-off photo booth experience is excellent communication, professionally designed creative assets, and clear signage. Honestly, it really all boils down to communication. Communication through email, through signage, and the creative assets. And here's the thing, drop-off booths don't have to be any less valuable to your business. They can definitely help reduce the overall cost and make them a more affordable option for your guests, but it doesn't mean that it is less in any way. One thing that I'm constantly doing in my own business is asking myself, what am I communicating in my business, and is there a way to improve it? So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and if this has helped you, let me know below as well. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.